This is Chad Warner from Optimwise, and I'm going to talk to you about the Post Snippets plugin. What the Post Snippets plugin does is prevent this from happening. So I'm in a WordPress post, I'm in the text editor, and I'm going to paste some code here. This is an address that's marked up with schema.org, and so we can notice that there's some additional encoding here, some HTML. And if I switch over to my visual, alright, I get that, and I go back to text, and you'll notice it is very different than what I pasted in there. WordPress has stripped out a lot of the code here. Just to compare again, this is what I had entered right here, and this is what WordPress did to it. So that can be problematic if you are switching back and forth, or if users are switching back and forth between the text and visual. That can mess up code. So the answer is the Post Snippets plugin. Here it is on the WordPress.org plugin directory. Post Snippets is the name. And I'll show you the way that this works. So here we have it installed on a site. I'm just going to go over to Settings, and I'm in Post Snippets. And what this does is it lets you create snippets. And the snippets can stand for anything. They can be HTML, they can be plain text. And so I have a few examples here. So here I've got one that's for a calendar. This is just a Google Calendar. And we can see an example here on this site. This is a WordPress site, and we've got a WordPress or a Google Calendar here. All right, and then we also have a map, and the map shows up on the contact page, just a Google map, right? So that's that. And we've also got a donate button, and that shows up here. So all I've done here is give these names, and I usually start them out with a snippet, just so that you can recognize them in the shortcodes. And then you check this box to turn it into a shortcode, and you paste whatever code or text you want to be that snippet. All right, so if we actually go and look, I'm going to edit this page and kind of see this in action. And we've got a few custom fields here. And notice here is our snippet video home. And that corresponds to snippet video home. This is just a YouTube video. And we'll notice the way that these are inserted are in the TinyMCE editor. You will get a new button that's called Insert a Post Snippet. If you click on that, you can then select from any of these, and it will automatically insert what you select. And so there I just put the map in there. Don't actually want that to stay. And you can see we've got some others. There's our calendar, small, so a few other options there. How about the donate button? If we go and look at this page, there's our snippet donate. And we'll notice that because it's just a shortcode, it's perfectly safe to jump back and forth between visual and text. We don't have any code sitting in this page. All we have is our shortcode that we created from the Post Snippets plugin, and that stands for the code. And so it makes it safe for people to jump back and forth between the editors and not worry about messing up the code. We've got that used a few times here on the contact page. So notice here we have our nice address. We also have our Google map, and then we have a contact form. And if we edit this page, here we have our snippet for the address, and that corresponds to snippet address here, which is our address that's marked up with schema.org. Okay, so that was the example that we used originally. So all of this code is just replaced by our snippet address. And so we've got our map, and so that's how that works. So Post Snippets, you can also use this to reuse code, or even just reuse plain text. So if you have text that you want to appear throughout the site, you can create a snippet for it, and then you just use your shortcode in any number of posts and pages that you want. And every time you edit that snippet, then that text or that block of code will be updated in all of the locations. So you can save a lot of typing by using the Post Snippets plugin.